Are we live? Are we live yet? I love y'all. Dang, I haven't been live in a grip, guys. I love y'all though. Loki Rara back on Ask Loki Rara. You guys know it's always a lit time on Ask Loki Rara. Today we got a nice subject today. Will people judge me? Will people judge you in general in your life? And what to do or what you may have to do about it. Because it's coming, bro. Judgment is always coming, bro. You're going to be judged in this life, bro. And honest to God, it's not wrong. You're going to be judged on so much in your life, whether that's money, whether that's resources, whether that's females, whether you're going to be judged on how you look. Judgment's always going to come into effect. But one of the main things, people are going to judge you based off of your financial situation. Honest to God, I'm just going to be honest. Truth be told, I'm still like at that point in my life where I'm still learning a lot about the world and why it works the way it does. Because personally, growing up, to me, I thought financials and stuff was private. And I didn't me personally, I never wanted to judge people off of their financial situation. Because I didn't believe that's a true determination of character. But as I get older, I start to see that, honest to God, that's all people want to judge you off of. Your financials. That's how people judge your character. They judge what you're worth based off how much money you're making. And you know the other part about it? How you make it. That's what people care about now. It's weird for me to see, because I could be a great person. I could literally be such a nice person, a great role model, help people out. But at the end of the day, people are still going to question my financials and how I'm making money and how much I'm making and why I'm making it, you know? And it was funny because I first saw that stuff in London. I was having this great conversation with this guy. We was joking. We was at the beach and stuff. Then all of a sudden his face changes and he says, "What do you do for work? How much are you making?" And then I just look at him like, yo, why is that going through your mind right now? But truth be told, that's literally how it is in the adult world. You need to be honest to God. I know I have a lot of younger viewers watching me and maybe older viewers. But at the same time, guys, you have to understand, you got to be ready to explain how you're making your money, where your money's coming from, and how much money you're making to anybody who asks, to the government, to people in your life, to people who want to interview you. Just people in general are going to want to know how much money you're making, where you're making it, and where it's coming from. And honest to God, when I was young, truth be told, even still now a little bit, I'm still confused as to okay, why do I have to explain how much money I'm making? Isn't that private? Why do I need to why? But truth be told, do you know why? This is how the world works. The world works on judgment. People are always going to look for something to judge you off of, whether that's your looks, your financials, where you live. That's how this world works. It works based off of judgment. And I can't be upset because I live in this world too, and I would be stupid to say I'm not judging people too, making judgments based off of what I see and what's going on. That's usually how this world works, and you can't be upset at that. So it's easy to want to say that, oh, I'm not going to judge nobody. I don't want nobody to judge me. That's the ideal world you want to live in. But as you keep moving through life and you keep getting older and more responsibility, you're going to see that shit's just not possible. It's not possible to go through this world without judgment. Judgment is going to be there, and it needs to be there. And I'm not fighting it anymore. Now I'm sort of just getting ready and understanding, like, how can now I know this is what's gonna happen in the world and for the rest of my life. Instead of fighting it and saying I don't want it to be like this, let me just accept it and then figure out how I can get through it the correct and right way. Because I do have the strength and power to get through it. I feel it. At the same time, though, I'm not prepared to answer these questions that people want to know, because I never thought I needed to. But as I grow up, I'm starting to see that, yes, all these questions need to be answered. However, it's weird to say, because at the same time, you may feel like you want to work in silence. That's the thing about the world. You may want to work in silence and keep your shit silent, but that's not always how it can be. Everybody's gonna want to have a hand inside your business, or have an ear inside what you're doing, or have an eye of judgment. And you shouldn't be upset about that, because we all make judgments. We make judgments based on where we see people living, how much money we make, how much money something made. And you know, it's funny. I don't want people to judge me based on how much I make. But literally last night, I was looking up most successful songs for this artist. And I said, well, what's the songs that made the most money? Bang, I was judging right there. I was judging his body of work based off of how much money it made. That's the truth, though. And I can't just be upset when it's not working in my favor. I can't just say I don't want nobody to judge me based off of how much money I'm making, and then I'm judging other people based on how much money they're making in other situations in the world. It can't be like that. So now I'm trying to, like, fully embrace it. Embrace this part of the adult world. A judgment. Everybody will judge what you're doing. You cannot get away from it. It's not a good thing to try to run from. Judgment is important. How can we go through this world without judgments? Truth be told, and I wanted to believe this, only God can judge me. But at the same time, maybe God's judgment is the only thing that matters. But God is not the only person that can judge you. Everybody else will judge you. So now it's based on, like, sometimes, I'm going to be honest. Sometimes I don't want to bring up my financial situation, simply because, like, it has nothing to do with what I'm doing is wrong. Once I tell people how much I'm making, they're going to say, how? They're going to say, how are you doing that? Because I don't get up and go to work. I don't get up and go to a 9-to-5 job every day. They can't see, like, I'm mostly, the way I kind of work, it's, like, healthy, and, like, it helps myself. Like, I'm improving myself, and I'm getting money from it. So if I tell people how much I'm making, they're gonna say, well, how are you doing that? How are you doing that? And then they're gonna make judgments based on me. And I want people in my life to judge me based off of my character and how I treat them, not based off of the way I'm making money. But that's literally what's gonna happen now. As I get older, that's just the truth. People are going to judge me based off of how much money I'm making, not based off of my character. And it's something I didn't want to come to terms with. Like, I want to, like, share what I'm doing and how I'm making money but truth be told, I understand that shit comes with a lot of resentment and jealousy. You gotta understand that shit. You may think that somebody wants to see you doing something that you're proud of and good of, but you can see that can turn into some jealousy and animosity real quick, and it can turn against you. And I've seen that happen in my life a lot, where it's like, I'm making money doing this thing, and some people may say, well, damn, he barely doing anything, he making this much money. And it's like, that shit can cause resentment sometimes, because some people, to get money, they gotta do a whole lot. And I'm not here to say that they don't have a right to be upset. But at the same time, it's going to cause commotion and rifts in my life. Because people are going to say, what? You're making money doing that? No, what the fuck? How? That shit doesn't make sense. I don't, and then they're going to make judgments off on me. And it's like, I can't be afraid of the judgments anymore. I gotta be fully embracing it. I gotta embrace that people are going to look at me differently based on that shit. But at the same time, I want people to go off my character and how I treat them, because that's honestly what I think matters the most in this life, and when you're dealing with people in general, how you treat them, not how much money you got and how much money you're bringing in your bank account. Bro, it's so easy to just judge a man off of his bank account and financials. Everybody does it. But people will literally forget about somebody's character and how they treat other people if their financials and bank account is right. And it kind of confuses me sometimes, because it's like, bro, you really just gonna treat this person better even though they have poor moral values, treat people poorly, but somehow their bank account means that they deserve to be treated very, very nicely. It's not something I honestly wanted to be a part of, because I thought I could grow up in this world and not have to deal with that stuff. But the more I grow up, bro, the more I realize you're not going to be able to avoid this type of stuff. From here on out, as you keep growing and getting older and getting more powerful and stronger in this world, every single person in your life is going to want to know a couple of questions. How much money you're making, how you're making it, and what you do for work. That's what they're going to want to know. How much money you're making, how are you making it? From here on out, as like I keep growing up and shit, I'm seeing that more. And it's a matter of fact of everybody's just gonna want to know that shit, because they're going to want to make a judgment. And as I keep growing, I start understanding that judgments, you can't be upset at people for making judgments on you. Because that's just how the world's gonna keep going. It's easy to want to say like, oh, I'm not gonna judge people and I don't want them to judge me. But the world's been doing this since before I was born. I can't just come in here and expect to assume it's like this. I gotta be more realistic and see it for what it is. Everybody in my life, bro, from top to bottom, wants to know how much money I'm making, where I'm making it from, and what I'm doing for a living. Why? Simply because they need it. They need to do that to make a judgment on me. And it's not wrong for them to want to make a judgment on me. They want to that, I guess that determines my value and worth. And I get it. I get it though, 100%. To people, that determines value and worth, and it shows how important you are, I guess. But at the same time, I don't like to believe that shows importance. I don't want to believe that your bank account is the only thing that makes you important. Sometimes, honestly, I just want to believe that, like, being a good person and doing stuff the right way matters. Like, bro, I'm gonna be honest. I've never felt better in my life. Never ever in my life have I felt as good as I do right now. 100%. I don't know why. I never feel like I've looked any better. But that shit comes with grueling work, bro. That's where the confidence comes from. You got to get to a point where you feel the best you've ever felt in your life. And honest to God, that shit takes working out, and that shit takes truthfully going through some hard times. Like nowadays, I just know that I'm gonna be able to get through any challenge and any roadblock because bro, some of the roadblocks in the past, they felt impossible to get through. But since I know I've gotten through them, now I know you get stronger as you get through those roadblocks. So now you're ready to attack the next roadblock. But at the same time, bro, I've never felt as good as I do in my life right now. I've never felt like I looked better. I never felt like I've been stronger. Bro, this is probably the best I've ever felt in my life. Ever. The strongest I've ever felt, the best looking I've ever felt, the most confident I've ever felt. And it's not coming off of superficial shit. That's what I like about it. The way I feel and my confidence isn't coming from from outside shit. It's simply coming from inside how I feel and what I fucking see in the mirror. That's where my confidence is coming from. And that's what I always wanted. I didn't want my confidence to come from seeing money in my bank account or seeing a big house or this, that. That's good for confidence too. But at the end of the day, that house and that bank account, maybe it's the bank account, it can't go to war for you. You still got to get up and be that person and fight. That's why I'm glad I feel the best I've ever felt. Like it's like Abe Lincoln said, and everybody got to take that shit the right way. He perfectly said it right. If you give me 6 hours to cut down a tree, I'm going to sharpen my axe for the first 5. That's exactly how I feel like the axe is yourself. That's what he means by that. And that's why I'm putting it in my own interpretation. The axe is myself. I'm going to sharpen myself and sharpen the axe. And then in turn, it's going to allow me to capitalize on everything else. I've got to a point where I believe if I just get stronger with myself, get better at everything in my life, it's going to allow me to then be able to get more money, get more whatever, and live a better life. But I have to sharpen the axe first, and I'm the axe. That's what people don't seem to realize. And as I've gotten stronger, and as I've tried to as I've been on this self-improvement and put more time into it, bro, it's just like, bang. All of a sudden, it's easier to get through these obstacles and get to these certain places in my life. As I started work, but it took a long time though. Because I'm going to be honest, it wasn't that long, but like 3 months is kind of long. I started doing the start of December. I started trying to self-improving, starting on this current self-improvement journey. So it's December, January, February is about to end. So it's about to be 3 months on this self-improvement journey. And bro, I feel so much stronger. My skin's better. I feel like I have more vitality. Now, bro, when I first got back here, I literally had no way to get an income. All I had was money saved. I had 0 income coming in. Now I'm at a point where I'm making a decent income. But I'm doing it working by myself, I'm grateful for God. But that came from sharpening the axe. It did not come from me just worrying about all day, how do I get my income up? How do I get this? How do I get that? I just realized, all right, let me devote myself to God every day. Let me lift weights. Let me work out every single day, twice a day. Let me fucking read every single day. Let me work on a skill every single day. Let me post a video every single day. And now, I'm starting to see some of the progress coming in. And now I'm starting to see that my situation's changing for the better. But it only happened when I started sharpening my own axe. And that's why when people look at me, they say, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? When people look at me like that, honest to God, I'm not even worried anymore. Because I have that inner confidence. It's weird. It's like when you have that inner strength from working on yourself, everybody like in anybody's opinion, it can't phase you as much. Because like I said, the majority of the world's gonna judge you based off of what they see. If they don't see you with a bunch of money, if they don't see you with crazy clothes, a car, or they don't see you going to work every day, they're gonna make judgments off that and then say, oh, he's not doing shit. But now when people try to look at me and say that, I'm full. Before, honest to God, it used to get to me so much. It used to beat me down. But now, I deep down inside my heart know that fucking, bro, I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. That's the truth. Right now, I feel the best I've ever felt in my life. And that's not an easy place to get to. I feel the strongest. I feel like I have the most vitality. I just feel amazing. I feel like I can get shit done. But it doesn't come like that so easy. And honest to God, the craziest part about it is I'm not even done yet. I still have a long ways to go. I have a long way to go, bro. To getting to the best version of myself. And that's another thing I like. I have a long way to go. It's not even about that like everything's going good. I got a long way to go. A lot of stuff in my life is going to start changing for the better, bro. But that process is grueling. It's grueling fucking self-improving. But I love it so much. I've gotten used to the process of like having it feel like nothing is happening and then seeing something happen later down the line. I've gotten used to that process and now I kind of love it. I don't know why. I got used to it. So like I like the moments and the periods in time where it looks like no results are happening and shit. And it looks like nothing's going your way. Because every time I've been in that period, it just feels like something's on the brink of happening. Like it was like when Patrick Mahomes won that Super Bowl. Literally, he said it in the thing. He's like, I have to enjoy this win. I have to enjoy the losses in the Super Bowl. And that hit me. Cause it's like, everybody wants to enjoy that part where you make improvement. But that part where it's stagnant, everybody don't want to see that. And now I've started to love that period of my life. I'm going through that period right now where like recently I had a little jump and spike of success, but now I'm back at a stagnant place. And now I've understood love that part. Love that part too. That's the only way to get through the journey the correct and right way, is if you love every single part of it. You can't just love when you jump up. You gotta love when you're going like this. And that's the best feeling about it. That stagnant part. That's where the growth happens. That's what people don't understand. In that stagnant part, if you're not growing and doing what you're supposed to do every day with the stagnant part, you're not going to be able to just jump right up. The jump up comes from the stagnation. Another thing, and this is something I had to realize, this is probably going to help a lot of people as well. But a lot of this shit comes down to the little things. I was noticing that yesterday while I was playing basketball. I just realized, I was like, all right, well, bang. I'm doing all the big things. I'm making all the big shots. I'm making all the good plays. But on the little things I wasn't doing, like closing out, following your man every time. It's like the little things in life matter. And that's what's going to get you to that greatness, bro. And then some people don't even understand. The little things is literally like before you go to bed, baby praying to God, brushing your teeth twice a day. Everything that you think doesn't matter, and you say, oh, it doesn't matter if I do it, it matters. Those are the little things. And that's how you're really going to get an edge over people, bro. That is what I started realizing. Take care of the little things. I need to start looking more at the little things in my life, and everybody too. Because once you start seeing that stuff and you do that shit all the time, it's gonna make everything come together the right way. It's easy to look at the big things. And I was doing that a lot with my life too, the big things. Making sure I make money every day. That's a big thing. Making sure I post a video every day. That's a big thing. Or what about the little things, bro? Making sure your bed's made. Making sure you're brushing your teeth twice a day. Making sure you're doing all the little things, bro. Working out, that's a big thing. The little things in your life is what's going to add shit up for you. Making sure you journal, making sure you read. And it's like, it's easy to get caught up in that thinking where it's like, all right, let me just take care of all the big stuff in my life and everything's gonna be fine. You're still going to be at a good place, but to get that extra edge, everybody's doing the big things in their life. How can you get that extra edge over somebody? Just like I see people every day. I respect them. Sometimes they're posting 4 times a day on YouTube. I respect that. But at the same time, I'm looking at my life and saying, all right, for my life, I don't know if I need to be posting 4 times. My whole day needs to be centered around being on the internet all day. Sometimes maybe I need to put more energy and focus into working out, into meeting people, into getting my body right, not just seeing subscribers on YouTube. And honestly, that's why I feel good. But it's got to be the long game. And that shit comes with taking care of the little things, bro. But you got to understand, a lot of people in this life, a lot of people on the internet too, they're posting a bunch of videos, but they also may not be fucking paying rent. They also may not be making money in a different way. They also may not be taking care of themselves. Taking care of yourself, bro, is one of the biggest things that people don't do, that they neglect. Getting the proper sleep. Bro, that's a little thing. That's a big thing, but to everybody, that's a little thing. Everybody thinks that doesn't matter. Oh, I can stay up doing this. I don't need that sleep. Bro, sleep matters, bro. That's a little thing that matters. Make sure you're getting the right sleep. Make sure you're eating the right foods. Little things, bro. And you know what's funny? I was listening to where they were talking about LeBron James and Shaq, and they said the difference was from a young age, LeBron knew fitness and health. That's why he's able to play at 38 and be at a high level. And Shaq and Zion, they weren't focusing on their fitness and health. And now it shows. And I realized I want to be in the same position as LeBron. I want to be taking care of everything in my life in a healthy way. Everything from the food I eat to the places I go to the workouts I do, it all needs to be centered around fitness and health. That is going to allow me to be the best version of myself in this world. I guarantee it. It's going to allow anybody who focuses on fitness and health and making sure their body is at optimal shape. You're gonna make the most money. You're gonna have the best female. You're gonna have the best quality of life because you're going to have the energy and vitality and the looks for it. That's what I realized. But a lot of people, they don't see that with me, because a lot of people in my life, and I look around, a lot of their energy goes towards making money and all this external stuff, and they don't put enough self-care in their life. People don't understand. Bro, you know what's weird about this shit? For me, literally taking care of myself is correlated to me making more money. That's one thing people don't understand, because a lot of people in their life, that's not how it works. If they don't have to take care of themselves and they'll still make money. For me, taking care of myself is making money. That shit is making me money. People don't get that shit. Getting the proper rest, having the proper hygiene, making sure everything in my life is okay and I'm stress-free and everything's growing, that shit's making me more money. And people don't see that shit. Self-care makes you more money, bro. A lot of people don't get that shit. It's easy to think somebody's not doing something, but at the same time, The self-care is making me money, bro. I'd love to say it wasn't, but it is. Me taking care of myself is making me money, and I'm grateful for that. It's not an easy thing. Waking up every morning, praying to God, meditating, eating the right foods, those are the little things that are going to translate to wins. Do the little things. And take everything serious. That's the way to make it to the next level. That's the only way to get to the next level, bro. Take everything serious. And I seen that yesterday in my life. Take shit serious, bro. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. I'll be back again with another video. I need to go get better. Bye, guys.